Who you trust matters. At WIBW, finding truth is our promise to you. Checking the facts on all sides.
Good evening and welcome into our news tonight.
To serve you with accuracy.
Tomorrow's a widespread batch of rain moving in.
Impact.
Governor Kelly wants to see a tax plan worked out after previous
And transparency.
659 domestic incidents have been
empowering you to make the best decisions for your family, for your future. WIBW 13 News.
Across our community, many face mental health challenges in silence.
It's time to break that silence and shatter the stigma.
Every voice, every story matters.
Join us in the Hear Me, See Me campaign.
Let's unite to shine the light on mental health.
Showing everyone they're seen,
heard,
and supported.
Visit WIBW.com/hearmeseme.
Together, we can start the healing. Be seen, be heard, be supported.
As extreme weather grips northeast Kansas,
-10 at times tonight.
a boil advisory hit the city of Topeka, and 13 News led the way.
Cold caused a PVC pipe to break.
First to alert you of the risk facing the capital city's water supply, bringing you the latest developments.
Emergency declaration is...
And taking your questions to city leaders.
Bacteria samples.
All while keeping you ahead of threatening weather conditions. The 13 News and First Alert weather teams, keeping you safe and informed.
So that's where we would have the potential to see a tornado touch down. This is the same storm that earlier touched down in Westmoreland. But right now, what we have is a Doppler radar indicated tornado, and it's a very impressive storm cloud that's over Topeka right now, no doubt. This is one that certainly probably remember for a long time after watching this one go through and looking from Menninger Hill in Topeka.
A report from emergency management in Jefferson County on some rotation near the Calhoun Bluffs.
Calhoun Bluffs, okay. Thank you, Doug.
Jeremy, thanks. The worst of tonight's storms hit Westmoreland, where one person was confirmed to have been killed. 13's Michaela Kelly reports live from the town, where authorities have updated the situation throughout the night.
Well, Victoria, right now I'm outside one of just many houses that was destroyed as a result of today's tornado. Pottawatomie County officials say that the northern part of Westmoreland received the brunt of today's damage. 22 homes were completely destroyed while 13 experienced recoverable damage. First responders from across the surrounding counties and the state arrived quickly to help assess and clean up.
We had Manhattan Fire here, I believe Wabunsee County Sheriff's Office, Wamego Police, I believe St. Mary's, Kansas Highway Patrol. There's a lot of folks that came in here. State of Kansas, I believe, is here, and they came together for the community to do a good job. And I'm surprised at how fast it is wrapped up with the amount of damage that they had.
Right now, they're working to get power back on inch by inch as it is safe to do so. Also, the Red Cross has opened a shelter at Rock Creek High School in St. George for those who may need a place to stay tonight. Victoria?
This is a 13 News special presentation, The Miracle on Kansas Avenue, presented by Giant Communications.
Hey everybody, welcome in. It's the 29th annual Miracle on Kansas Avenue. We are live on WIBW.com and we've got the most amazing crowd out here. You guys ready for a parade or what? Can we hear you? I got Melissa Bruner here with me and we've got the main attraction here.
All right, folks, the Miracle on Kansas Avenue Parade is minutes away from stepping off. We are on our red carpet, and that means we have a performer worthy of the red carpet. Antoine's going to tell us the story behind this special event, but folks, I can tell you right now, this is something he has created especially for us in Top City, Topeka, Kansas. Antoine Hopper, let's get the Miracle on Kansas Avenue underway.
Let's do it! This is a very special song created by Charlie Rosen, the Tony and Grammy Award-winning composer behind Some Like It Hot. We did a...
There's going to be another marching band coming. All right, Sean Dixon, how powerful is this group and this university in bringing people to our great capital city, Washburn University?
They are absolutely fantastic. Great partner of ours, from athletics to student work and everything in between. Washburn has been incredible for this community.
And did you know Mr. Ichabod has a candy cane suit? I had no idea.
There's Washburn President, Dr. Julianne Mazachek, leading the way there. Dr. Mazachek, hello.
And of course, visit from Washburn University and Washburn Tech B without the Washburn University Marching Ichabod's, excited to be performing at the Miracle on Kansas Avenue Parade for the very first time.
Let's
the Marching
listen
Ichabod's
in.
are led
They
in the parade
sound
by
great.
drum majors Orion Craig, Yaron Romo, and Mia Strickland, directed by the Washburn University Director of Bands, Dr. Anya Borolovova, to help us celebrate the holiday season. Washburn University here with us at the Miracle on Kansas Avenue. Joining the Washburn University Marching Ichabod's tonight are the dance and cheer teams. And because it's winter, the baseball team joined them?
Yes.
It makes
What's up,
perfect
y'all?
sense to me.
Go
Any
Bucks.
day is a good day for baseball. Welcome to the Washburn baseball team. I think the baseball team is posing for a photo.
team
Wait,
pho-
I got a
team
photo bomb
photo.
them. Hang on.
You want us to come up there?
I'm going to photo bomb them. And just in case you haven't seen enough Washburn, there's an ad on a truck.
This is First Lutheran Church here, or Faith Lutheran Church, excuse me. They're celebrating 76 years of sharing the gospel in Topeka. Third year to take part in the Miracle on Kansas Avenue. Thank you, Faith Lutheran.
Welcome to Carrying the Crown, a special presentation by 13 Sports, your front row seat to the Kansas City Chiefs' quest for a legendary third championship title. We relive their epic back-to-back victories, as well as get a glimpse into the upcoming season and the team's relentless pursuit to greatness that keeps them at the top. This season, the crown is theirs to defend. Now here's Vince Lovergene and Katie Marr.
Hello and welcome to our Kansas City Chiefs 2024 preseason special, Carrying the Crown. I'm Vince Lovergene.
And I'm Katie Marr. For the next half hour, we're diving into all things Chiefs as the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champs are about to begin their journey to do what no NFL team has ever done before, win 3 straight Super Bowls.
Morning can be a little hectic, but at WIBW, we're up to get you going.
We'll get right to the big stories you need to know before you go.
Up with your first alert forecast. Rain will continue to overspread northeast Kansas tonight and winds down tomorrow.
And up with one-on-one interviews with people you need to know.
There and put that on.
We're up for what's now and what's next.
If it's happening now,
it's happening here.
13 News this morning, up to get you going.
Welcome into the Eye on Northeast Kansas Hear Me, See Me podcast. Hear Me, See Me is a project of WIBW-TV, our year-long effort to raise awareness of mental health, some of the issues people face, some of the resources that are available, and beyond all, letting everyone know that there is hope. We're also sharing stories, and today we are joined by Ms. Felicia Glass. Felicia, you're a social worker, you're a counselor, you are just a person who is knowing everything. Maybe not knowing everything, but if anybody knows you, Felicia, they know what a positive person you are. I've heard you speak and I'm always motivated by you. How do you come by that positivity?
You know, it's a choice every day. Every day it's a choice.
Welcome into our Hear Me, See Me podcast. Hear Me, See Me is a special mental health awareness project of WIBW-TV here in Topeka, Kansas. As we kick off May's Mental Health Awareness Month, we are blessed to be joined today by a member of the family that really revolutionized psychiatry and psychological care and how we have come to understand mental health in this country. Dr. Walt Menninger, thank you so much for being here.
You overestimate what we did, but thank you. Start.
How you been?
Not good. And it's been so long since I felt happy. I just feel so lost and alone and like nobody understands. I feel like nobody really hears me. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm great. Good afternoon and welcome to a special edition of Eye on Northeast Kansas. We are launching a special campaign here at WIBW-TV called Hear Me, See Me. All this year, we'll be shining a spotlight on mental health, raising awareness, erasing stigma, connecting you with resources, and inspiring change along the way too. We start right now with an overview of what mental health is and how communities are working to address it. Please know as we go through this discussion, if you or someone you know is in crisis, you can reach the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. What do we mean when we say mental health? That's where we're starting today. Dr. Laura Seidlinger is Director of Medical Services at Vallejo Behavioral Health in Topeka. Jenna Dunham is Director of Medical Services at Pawnee Mental Health in Manhattan. And Amanda Cunningham is CEO of Crosswinds Counseling and Wellness in Emporia. So glad you all could be with us, and I'm so glad that we have our region represented here today. It's so important because, Dr. Seidlinger, it is a broad definition when we say mental health. What are we talking about?
So I'm gonna take it from the other angle because we talk about mental health disorders. They can be behavioral or psychological changes that then can impact other areas of our lives, our work, our school, our relationships, our peers, and it can be something that can be just very minor. Some anxiety, which is a normal emotion, but it helps. It keeps us in check, but it can get out of hand and keep us from doing things that we should be doing. Or it can progress into more serious mental illnesses, such as the severe persistent mental illnesses like bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, as well as other psychotic disorders.
How do you, Jenna, weigh out one versus the other? So those that, and we don't want to say those that don't necessarily affect your life, because that's the point. They all are going to affect your life. But those that are the severe persistent mental illness versus those that maybe people think of as something that we could perhaps more easily cope with in our life?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think a lot of it is about balance, and it's also about not operating in a silo and being able to normalize a lot of what we experience as mental health, because honestly, mental health will touch you, me, and everyone that we know in one fashion or another. And so understanding when it's okay to reach out, when it's good to get connected to resources, maybe the answer is we always should be connected in those networks in some fashion or another.
The Kansas Mental Health Coalition shared a message of support today. 13's Michaela Kelly is back in the newsroom with a look at their Advocacy Day at the Capitol.
Melissa, advocates and agencies from across the state rallied together to not only support each other, but to use their voices to advocate for policies that prioritize mental health.
Not only an opportunity for us all to get together in person and network with one another.
Like, I get a lot of really desperate phone calls from people all across the state, and I cannot express how much these groups matter in making sure people are healthy and happy and safe and can live fulfilling lives.
Melissa also spoke at today's event, sharing information about WIBW's Hear Me, See Me project. You can find mental health resources at WIBW.com/hearmeseme. Melissa?
We continue. I was also humbled to be honored with the Special Mental Health Awareness Warrior Award for our efforts supporting the organization and for our team's Hear Me, See Me campaign. We are keeping an eye.
Vallejo works with over 80 community partners, and many were proudly in attendance tonight.
It's just great to see them here and to see them supporting us.
And our very own Melissa Bruner served as MC tonight. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, you can call the 24-hour crisis hotline at 785-234-3300 or visit Vallejo's 24-hour crisis center at 333 Southwest Oakley Ave. Callie?
Topeka has issued a boil water advisory. The notice came out about an hour ago. They say it is a precaution due to low chlorine levels at the treatment plant, which could allow bacterial contamination. City officials say the extreme cold and low water levels are stressing the system, which may have contributed to the issue. Topeka water customers in both the city and Shawnee County should boil water for 1 minute before drinking or food prep. Disinfect any dishes or food contact surfaces with bleach and water, and don't use ice from those automatic ice makers. We'll keep you posted on any updates at WIBW.com.
We have learned more information at 10 tonight on the code red alert issued in response to Topeka's boil water advisory 10 days ago. 13's Alex Carter is following the new developments in our newsroom tonight.
David, the Shawnee County Sheriff's Office responded to a Kansas Open Records request this afternoon. 13 News has learned the code red alert requested by the Topeka Police Department for the water boil advisory was issued on the morning of Sunday, January 14th. However, that alert was only sent out to 17 people, all of whom are Topeka City Council members or city employees. The Sheriff's Office said that the code red system is a web-based service that is managed by a third-party vendor. City officials told 13 News they were originally unsure if the code red system could be used for non-law enforcement purposes. Topeka Mayor Mike Padilla said at yesterday's monthly news conference that the city will continue looking into ways to get the most out of the code red system.
Code red is something that we really want to pay attention to. You don't want to get it so often that it becomes just something you see and not pay attention to. So we really have to evaluate how we use it in an effective way. And I think that there are expanded ways we can use code red.
Place for many years, it is unclear how the 17 individuals were initially selected.
Here at home, perhaps you saw the multiple pictures posted over the weekend showing that trash overflowing at various dumpsters at several Topeka apartment complexes. It's now prompted a lot of people to speak out tonight, and the city is taking action. 13's Madison Bickley is also on your side tonight, trying to get to the bottom of what's going on.
David, complaints from tenants are piling up as fast as the trash outside of the apartments, with concerns regarding cleanliness, health, and timeliness. I spoke with several tenants, both on and off camera, who expressed their frustrations.
It's been a problem. This isn't the first time this has happened either.
Picture stepping outside of your residence, only to be met with pests and the stench from piles of garbage.
It's unsightly, it stinks, it's just nasty.
For many of our neighbors across the city, this has become their reality.
It's very frustrating. We pay for a service. I mean, that's included. It should be handled as such.
Several apartments, all under the parent company of Eucalyptus LLC, have dealt with every single dumpster surrounding their units pouring out into the road with trash. Tenants fear for the health of not only themselves, but their little ones as well.
I'm really angry because it's a really bad sight when you pull up here. It doesn't look pretty, it stinks, and I don't want my kid to go out here. She runs around the parking lot when I'm walking out, and I don't want her to step on something or get into something. A lot of it, if you notice, it's not even in bags, so we don't know what's in there, what's on the road, what's in the trash can, and we would just really like it to be picked up because we don't know what else can happen because of this little thing. Like, if you're gonna let the trash overflow like this, then what else are you gonna let fall to the wayside?
City of Topeka released a statement on Monday noting they are currently addressing the concerns and have issued appropriate citations to the local landlord. The city also said the landlord has taken steps to resolve the issue, and new dumpsters are expected to be delivered to affected properties this week.
I like the area. I mean, it's pretty quiet. People here are nice. I like my neighbors and what have you, but yeah, this has become a problem. It really has.
I really do like living here. I love my neighbors, so I would just like it to be cleaned up. I don't want anything else to happen. I want it to be safe and clean and healthy for everybody here.
The city also noted all Eucalyptus LLC properties would be inspected by the end of the day today. You can see the city's full statement on WIBW.com. Also, I reached out to the parent company and owner, but not yet have received a response.
Topeka City crews swept in this morning to finish the work of clearing trash from Topeka apartment complexes. The city said 14 of the 34 properties owned by Lou McGinnis that it cited 2 weeks ago remained in violation. 13's Melissa Bruner shows us how the city took action.
Today, due process has run its course.
Topeka property maintenance crews are helping Topeka apartment residents see a clean start to the new year.
And we're serving the warrant and we're cleaning up the property.
Descending on 14 properties owned by Lou McGinnis and Eucalyptus LLC, where trash piles remained.
This is unacceptable. The condition of this property is unacceptable, and that's why we're here today.
13 News has followed the plight of residents who told us trash dumpsters overflowed for weeks. The city ultimately cited 34 properties and gave McGinnis until December 26th to clean it up. By Tuesday morning, the city said 14 remained in violation. 13 News did see private crews working at one of the properties, but elsewhere A team of about 24 city property maintenance workers use 10 to 15 vehicles to move in.
So all costs associated with the trucks, with the bulldozers, with the bobcats, with the personnel, he'll be responsible to pay that.
Residents may not be in the clear just yet. Several properties still don't have dumpsters. The city's property maintenance director, John Scareen, says McGinnis has told them they are ordered and awaiting delivery.
This is very disappointing. This is not the standards that we want to upheld in the city of Topeka. We need a higher elevation of standards.
Melissa Bruner, 13 News.
The city says 21 properties without dumpsters were cited this week, and they're processing new affidavits of those violations with municipal court. As far as the cleanup, the city says all properties were in compliance as of this afternoon. We did reach out to Eucalyptus LLC and have not heard back. The Hazenkamp family has farmed land around Soldier, Kansas for generations. For them, the pain of suicide is all too familiar.
He felt like he was a burden. And, you know, when you ask for help, sometimes you feel like you are a burden, but that's not true. You're not a burden. The value of Dad's life is invaluable.
Nick lost his father, Bob, to suicide in 2010 after a battle with health and financial issues.
It's a population that is very self-sufficient, and they pride themselves on working hard and maintaining control of, you know, the crops and the cattle, and being able to do that on their own. Some maybe feel that they're weak if they ask for help. Losing that sense of control is a vulnerable thing, and you know, farmers and ranchers, and you know, myself included, and all of us, it's very difficult to be vulnerable.
The issue also is personal for Sarah Gideon.
I lost my first friend at the age of 15 to death by suicide. I've lost friends in the ranching industry to their death by suicide.
Gideon now works to prevent it through the Health Innovations Network of Kansas, or HINC. According to the National Rural Health Association, farmers have about a 3.5% higher rate of death by suicide than the general population.
Weather issues, commodity prices, high inputs, costs like the cost of diesel, the cost of grain, of seed, etc., that cause a lot of stress.
I do struggle with depression, and the things that bother me or cause my depression are things I can't control as a human or as a farmer.
Dan Nerud of Nebraska Corn Board sees the seeds not only in himself, but the farmers he works with.
The problem that it's kept so quiet behind closed doors.
HINC is working to bring it into the open through its SPIN initiative, the Suicide Prevention Information Network.
So our Coffee Cup project, we actually go out into the communities and we visit those businesses within the communities, our local hotspots. Also within our website, you will find a list of resources specific to the ag and ranching industry. That might mean financial resources, help with their family, stressors, those ag-specific industry resources that they could take advantage of.
Holton Community Hospital says the need for mental health care is always increasing.
Every 3 years, we perform a community health needs assessment. Behavioral health and mental health resources and a lack thereof has come up year after year that we've done that.
The Hazenkamp family says communicating with loved ones and asking questions is key.
If you're a brother, be a brother. If you're a mother, be a mother. If you're a father, be a father. Play the role that you've been given, and love them, and just remind them every day that they're valuable and they mean more to your family and more to you than what they even really realize.
You can tell 14 years later and it still hurts, but our saying is things are going to work out. Just got to trust in God and it's going to be okay.
We have a list of available resources for farmers and ranchers and anyone seeking mental health help on our website at WIBW.com.